This video will give you a perfect daily routine to follow as a young AFL player trying to get better at AFL fast. If you stick to this routine, you'll get 99% better than everyone else. But this isn't just a regular daily routine. I will show you the best training methods, how to recover properly, and a full morning and night routine designed to maximize your growth. So let's get into the video. Now, before we get into it, we need to fix your night routine and your morning routine. Have you ever felt really tired on any day or during a game or during your training? This is because of your night routine and your morning routine, and more importantly, a bad sleep schedule. If you're going to bed at 10 o'clock one night, then 9 o'clock another, then 11 o'clock another, your body can't keep up with you and doesn't actually get the best amount of sleep. But what you need to do is change that. You need to make sure that your sleep schedule makes you go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time, so your body can actually get the proper amount of rest that have been trying to guess when you're going to bed. Have you ever had it when you're really energized one day and then another day you're not energized? This is because of your sleep schedule. If you eliminate that, it will give you a lot more confidence and you'll be a lot more energized. So when you come to your trainings and you come to your games, you'll be more prepared, more confident, and more happy and energized. So to top that all off, you'll also be stronger, you'll recover faster, you'll grow faster. There's just so much benefits for it. So I recommend you do it. Now we're going to go through a morning routine. This is the exact routine that I follow as a 16-year-old AFL prodigy wanting to get better at football. So you can just copy me. Now, I usually wake up at 5:30. Now, one thing about this is people think that it's really hard to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. But I'm telling you, once you do these three things, you'll easily be able to wake up at 5:30 with no problems. The first thing is getting a proper amount of sleep. I usually aim to go to bed around 9 o'clock or 9:30 to wake up at 5:30. If not, then I'm just too exhausted and I sleep through my alarm. Next, as I just mentioned, you need to get an alarm so that way you can wake up. I prefer not to have my phone next to my bed or I get distracted trying to scroll. So make sure if you can, get an alarm clock next to your bed or away from your bed so you have to get up to turn it off. And 3, kick your legs out your bed and force yourself to get up, because when you're tired, you're just going to want to go back to bed and you'll fall asleep and then you wake up and it's too late, it's already 7 o'clock and you miss your opportunity to train. So just kick your legs out of your bed. And then after that, what I like to do is, I'm a Christian, so I read my Bible. You don't have to read your Bible, but you can read a book. And then I get ready to go outside at 6 o'clock. Then from 6 o'clock, I like to train AFL for an hour. And if you want to know what I do in that training, I'll get to it later in the video. At 7 o'clock, I come back in, I have breakfast, I get changed and get ready for school and head off to school around 8 o'clock. Now the afternoon/night routine, I like to come home, do some schoolwork, get changed and eat some food before I do anything. Then I like to get prepared for my AFL training at night. If I have a club football training, academy training, get ready for that. If I don't have academy training or training in the afternoon, what I like to do, especially in the off season, is to either gym, go for a run and go down to the oval. And obviously this video is for getting better, so try to get as much as you can throughout the day, not just wasting your time scrolling TikTok for 3 hours in the afternoon. Then after an hour and a bit of doing some training in the afternoon as well, I have some dinner, I roll out, I read a book, and then I hit the hay around 9 o'clock to 9:30 to get the best amount of sleep. I also try to make sure that I'm not using my electronics or devices half an hour before I go to bed to make sure that I can get the best amount of sleep. The number one thing about this is the routine part of it. Making sure that everything's structured so you know what to do. So you're not aimlessly just aiming at it. Oh, today I'll do 10 minutes or tomorrow I'll do 1. But you know what you're doing. You have a highly structured routine. I have this on my whiteboard, you can see it's written down on Texter. It's not stained on there, so I can rub it off whenever I want to chill out. But a routine where I know what I want to do for the week, but also for the day. That way I can get consistency and consistent reps in, making sure that I'm actually getting better and I'm not aiming nowhere. If I had a bow and arrow and I had no target and I had nothing and I was just trying to shoot, I'm not going to get better. But if I have a target out in front of me and I'm aiming, I'm trying to hit that target over and over, more often than not, after more aiming, I'll hit that target. Same is with your routine. If you have that routine, you have the consistency and you keep on aiming for a target to get better at football, over a amount of weeks and months and years, as it starts rolling, you get far more better at football. Let's get to the next part of the video. Now, before I said I do training, what training methods do I do? Now, in the morning routine where I said from 6 to 7. Hey, 6, 7! Sorry. I aim to do an hour of training in my backyard. Now, there's 3 things I like to do. First, I like to go for a 10 to 15 minute run or sprints. Running could be for the afternoon sometime, but sprints in the morning, 10 to 15 minutes, set up some routine, maybe search up some running routine, sprint routine, whatever, or you can just make one up, which like I did, called 1 to 10. 2, I like to do a little bit of a stretch in the morning before I do the sprinting, so I don't, wear myself out and get injured. But then 3, I like to do ball skills. So I get an old footy, go against my brick wall, do, handballs, 10 to 15 minutes, kicks to myself, 10 to 15 minutes, throw the ball up marking. And it sounds stupid and you feel like silly, but the repetition of doing those skills to yourself, you actually get better, because then when you come to mark the ball or you go to hand pass the ball in game or in training, it's just natural to you. So yeah, that's what I like to do in my morning sessions. Now for the afternoon/night routine, I either do some gym, but I only recommend it if you're over 15 because you don't want to put too much load on your body. If you're under 15 and you still want to get some strength, bodyweight exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, planks, all those stuff will actually get you stronger, and you don't realize you'll get stronger. Trust me. Going down to the oval, I like to do some fitness or some goal kicking just for a bit more fun, or I just go back into the backyard again and do some things I did in the morning. Now, these are some bonus things that you can do to get better at football. Number 1 is drinking more water. You can get a 2-liter drink bottle that you can sip on all day. If you chug the water, it doesn't actually absorb in your body and you won't be hydrated, you'll actually be dehydrated. So making sure that you're sipping on it. Roll out and stretch out so your muscles don't get very sore and you can prevent a lot of injuries. Eat cleaner, not eating as much junk food, eating more foods with high protein, get your veggies in and get your vitamins so you're sick less, your body's better and you can get stronger. And lastly, gratitude. As a Christian, I believe that gratitude is one of the best things, and even as non-Christians, there's a lot of AFL players that have a gratitude journal to make sure that they're always grateful for the things that they have. Now, I want to help you get better at your AFL skills and your performance. So, I've created an AFL Blueprint course where you're going to 10x your AFL skills and performance in less than 30 days. If you don't like the course, I guarantee you an instant money back guaranteed. The offer ends in 3 days, so make sure you quickly go and grab it before it runs out, and you'll be using my proven at-home skills that took me from a beginner to an academy state level player. So if you want it, link in the description.